So I gotta be honest, I was a little hesitant, if I should shoot a video about this or not. But you know what? I thought about it again and I was like, you know what? This is a very important concept for people to be aware of. And I'm the type of person, like, I really don't want to hold anything back on these videos, especially when I believe it's something that if you get it, it's going to make a major impact, on your life. Whether it's positive or negative is really up to you. But I really think what I'm going to talk about today is worth talking about. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to make it happen. All right. But before we get into that, my name is Rob Moore, award-winning author, leadership expert, and founder of therobmoore.com. And I help people show up, step out, and shine no matter where they are or what they do to create more leaders in the world. And I want to welcome you back to my Words of Wisdom series. Yes, this is going to be some words of wisdom. This is episode number 32. And the name of this episode is You Are the Cause of Everything That Happens in Your Life. Let me say that again. You are the cause of everything that has happened in your life, what's happening now in your life, and what's going to happen in your life. Everything. And this type of statement, some people take it the wrong way. Like I remember, I spoke, in front of a small group many years ago, and I said something along these lines, and they didn't like it too much. But at that time, I only understood it, on a certain level. I really didn't master it yet. Today, I can honestly say that, I understand it pretty darn well. And the reason why I know I understand it pretty darn well is because, I look at how it has affected my life and how my life has changed, since I heard this and really started to study it and really started to understand it. So this is important. This is important. So if you are the cause of everything that's happening in your life, that means everything that's going on, you did it. You created it on some level. Now, most people don't like that because they don't really want to take responsibility. But then at the same time, most people don't know how powerful they are. They don't know the effect that their thoughts have on the universe, what their words have on the universe, how their actions have on the universe, and how their emotions have on the universe. They have absolutely no idea. So I can kind of understand why, some people wouldn't want to take responsibility for something like that. And at the same time, even take that phrase, the complete wrong way. But let me tell you this. Since I really understood this, and I really started to study it, and I really started to pay attention on certain things that were going on in my life. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you how my life was before I understood this versus how it is now. I remember before I learned this, there would be all types of crazy things that would go on in my life and just that didn't make any sense. And some things that just would happen to me, out of nowhere. I'm like, man, I thought I was a good person. Why would something like that happen to me? I mean, tons of things like that would happen before I had any awareness of any of this stuff. But now I can honestly say with truth from the bottom of my heart that my life doesn't operate like that anymore. This is how I operate. I focus on the things that I want. Period. End of story. Without any limitations at all. I don't care if you think it's impossible. I don't care. My dreams and my goals are so big they're so big, they're so huge, they're so gigantic that I don't even share them with anybody. I don't even share them with anybody. I don't. Because I don't want their opinions or their thoughts, to affect, my opinions and my thoughts. But let's talk more about this. You are the cause of everything, right? So like, this is what has happened. This is what has changed in my life since I've become aware of this. Now that I focus on what I want all the time, I'm looking at the upside of everything. I'm looking, I expect the best out of everything. No matter what happens, I look at the upside of everything. I like to turn lemons into lemonade. And this has happened. This is how my life has been since I've learned this. Like, I don't have any of these weird, negative, crazy things happening in my life anymore. And this is what happens. Like, now, don't get me wrong. There are some things that happen in my life that appear to be bad. But this is what I have learned. I have learned that all of those, since I've become aware of this and I've really been focusing on this, right? Like these things that appear to be negative, these things that appear to be bad, I have learned that they're really gifts in disguise. Because I look at, like, since I've become aware of this, and like really been focusing on what I want and putting positive energy out into the universe, a lot of this has to do with the law of attraction, which I haven't, I've talked about a little bit here and there, the powers of the mind and stuff like that, but I haven't really talked about the law of attraction. But we'll get into that a little bit on this video. But I have learned that like every one of those things like that immediately appears to be bad, like I look at it completely differently now. Like, I don't really see it as bad. I'm like, damn, well, that's the way I look at it now is like, damn, that's interesting. That's how I look at it now. Like something that appears to be bad to someone who does not have the awareness of these powers that they have. Like most people be like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. What are you gonna do? I mean, that's how like the average person would look at some of these things that have happened in my life. But now I look at it differently. I'm like, well, that's interesting. And then what I have learned is that every one of those things that appear to be bad were actually gifts from God, because they took me like to places that I never thought I would go because of some of these certain situations. So understand, like when I say this advice to you, you are the cause of everything. That is actually really good news. And the reason why that is good news is because if you really are the cause of everything that's going on in your life, both positive and negative, that means that you have the power, and only you have the power to change it. So that is like phenomenal news. So if you are the cause of everything, and if I am the cause of everything that's going on in my life, and you are the cause of everything that's going on in your life, that means that you can change some things. That means that I can change some things. This is really, really good news. So like when I tell this to you, like I don't want you to like watch this video like and take it the wrong way. Like, damn, Rob's really like blaming me for everything. I don't want you to look at it like that. I want you to look at this video as being a gift from me to you of making you aware of some things that you might not have been aware of. So like, let's get into the law of attraction real quick, because a lot of this has to do with the law of attraction. The law of attraction says that like attracts like. So if you put a negative thought out into the universe, that's going to attract a negative circumstance into your life. And if you notice, like just look at people, look at your life, look at people, when most people are negative, man, they're pretty like strong about it. They're really certain about it. So when they have like these negative thoughts, like they put them out there, with a lot of power, and then then they wonder why, all of these certain things are happening in their life, because what they put out. Whatever you put out is what you're going to attract back. So if you are the cause of everything that's going on in your life, look at some of the things that are happening. But the first thing that I want you to look at is, do you know what you want? That's the first thing I want you to look at, and like, are you really focused on that? And the second thing is, are you being congruent with the thing that you want? Like, are you like being positive? Are you looking at the upside of everything? Like that. Like, how do you feel on a day-to-day basis? Like, do you feel good or do you feel bad? So if you are the cause of everything that's going on in your life, it's happening by the thoughts that you throw out into the world. It's happening by the way you speak. It's happening by the emotions that you feel. All of these things. So I want you so if your life is not going the way that you want, because remember, you are the cause of everything that's going on in your life. You are the co-creator of your life. God is the ultimate creator of the world, but guess what? You are a co-creator of your life. God creates the entire universe. He did that, but you create your life. You're a co-creator. You are creating your life. You are creating things in this world too, but you're creating mostly your life. So if you want to change those things, I want you to start paying attention, and I want you to start thinking. Like, when something bad happens in your life, I want you to think. I want you to go back and rewind. Like, what have you been putting out there? What have you really been putting out there in the universe? Have you really been putting out positive energy all the time? Like, when nobody's looking, are you really doing the right thing? When nobody's looking? Like, are you really willing to do the right thing when nobody's looking? I want you to start to pay attention to how you talk. Are you really like speaking in an empowering way? Like, are you really like, being positive and happy and looking at the upside of life? Are you doing that? How do you feel? Like, how do you feel right now? Do you feel good? Like, do you really feel good? Because all of these things that you're doing with your body, all these things that you're thinking and doing and feeling, they're creating your life, because you are the cause of everything that's happening in your life. So if you don't like the things that are happening in your life, I want you to pay attention to the things that you are doing, to the things that you are saying, the things that you are thinking, the things that you are feeling. And I promise you, as you start to change these things, your life will start to change with it. It might not change overnight, but it will start to change. But if you do want to change them as quickly as possible, I want you to like really, really make some major shifts. So like, let me give you like one example before I like cut this video off. Like, let's say, you're a negative, low energy type of person, right? So you're always moping around, walking slow, being tired, having to go to your knees all the time, and then you talk to people, you're talking all low and quiet and negative. Like, if you want to make a major change, I want you to change your whole physiology. How you stand, how you walk, how you move, and actually how you speak. Like, I want you to speak with some conviction. I want you to speak with some certainty, with some power. Doing that can make some major shifts very quickly in your life, very quickly. So remember, you are the cause of everything that's happening in your life. And remember that is phenomenal, great news, because that means that you can change things, and that you can change things starting right now, and that you can start changing things today by just doing a few of the things that I share with you in this video. So here's what I want you to do, just in case you did not know. If you like this video, please like it, please comment on it, please share it. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you have not already done so, make sure you go over to leaderswhoshine.com. And that's pretty much it. My name is Rob Moore, reminding you to show up, step out, and shine. Now is your time, so make it shine. Thank you very much. Have a great day. See you on the next video. Later.